power steering, so today so the other day the power steering pipe popped off for the cooler and we need to order a new one, so that's why you could hear all that noise. But today is also supercharger. Yeah, that's me. That's a fuck supercharger. Right. Hey, look at that! It works. So today it's basically like day number 2 sort of thing. Well, it's not day number 2, but we've got some more time now to do this. It probably is, you know. Actually, wait, no, that's like 10 years.
Feels like it.
Yeah, it does. Today's plan. This back bumper's done now. I'm gonna sort this side out. We need to get all that rust off, so I'm going to wire wheel all that down. We're going to seam seal it all properly this time because we didn't have time to do it last time. I think we was in a bit of a rush, weren't we? And we just never got the time to do it after that.
We had a few cars come in the morning after, it just had to go out. So.
Yeah. So again, we was rushing it, and obviously now it's made more work. Which, again, like I was saying, rushing is not always the best option. So I'm going to sort all that out, seam seal it all. We're going to underseal on the inside, which we have done everywhere else pretty much as well. I'm pretty sure we've done the fronts and that. Jack's going to then start sorting out the front bumper. We could cut the bonnet, but I think the bumper's better. We'll cut the bonnet for a separate video because that's going to make my bumhole twitch. So what we did is...
Wait, you didn't show a bit in there, did you?
What bit? No, we'll do that another day. It's fine. So this bit here, these bolts are snapped. And that's kind of our fault because...
Been so long.
Yeah, literally, it is, isn't it? That's the only reason. That is the only reason. So, and plus we got steel and they've just fucked. So what we need to do is take them out, redo the riv nuts, resort the bumper out. Again, yeah, you might be like, fucking hell, you did that ages ago. Yes, we did. We're making more work for ourselves by taking longer. So it's kind of very important that we just crack on with it, innit, really? Because now it's taking the piss a little bit.
Taking the piss.
I'm bored of watching it. Never mind other people.
Bored of doing it.
Yes, exactly. It's just like we're just doing it over and over again. So we're going to really push to smash this out. I'm going to order some new bolts. So when it goes down to Cuba, you can take the kit off really easy. Then I'm going to order some expensive ones to replace it for when it's finished. We've also got some seal that we need to figure out how it goes around the arches, which is going to be fun. It's supposed to sit in between. Now, how long I was looking for this shit was a very fucking long time, and then all of a sudden Cuba says, "Oh, is it this?" off eBay, and I was like, "Yes, I think it is." So it basically sits behind there, makes it all look flush, but we've got to figure out how to connect it to the actual arches, haven't we?
It's
properly.
not just that though. It's all the other 3 arches, right, mate?
Yeah, well, we don't want it to rub.
Like on edges like that. What do you do here?
Yeah, we'll figure that shit out. We'll figure it out.
Just not put it on.
No, we'll wing it. It's fine, we do that anyway. So, we'll sort this out, sort that out, sort this out, sort that out, sort that out, sort that out, sort that out. So me and Jack was literally just saying, it's been a while since we've actually had a tripod out, isn't it?
What's one of them?
He's over there somewhere.
Hello?
What we've done here, I've just took all the rust off, the surface rust. It literally is surface rust, just to give us a nice clean area. I've masked off this bit here of where we've welded, and what we're going to do is we're going to use some seam sealer. This is what we didn't do before, and this is why we've got the surface rust. So it is realistically our own fault, and things are taking longer because, again, it is taking a while, and that kind of, it's not our fault, but it is our fault because we've just got a lot of work on. But we are trying to obviously get this done as quick as possible so it can go to Cuba, and that's that. But you know, I was mentioning about the front earlier with the oh my god, what are they called?
Chocolate.
No, not chocolate.
Biscuits.
No.
Spiders.
No. That you're doing now.
Riv nuts.
That thing! A riv nut! Yeah, so the riv nuts in the front bumper,
Oh no.
Jack's actually managed to wiggle them out, which surprisingly, I think the riv nuts are actually the problem as well. I think they're just cheap shit, aren't they?
Yeah, we've got stainless ones now.
So we've gone to some stainless ones, but the thing is as well, what's good about it is the hole is actually too small, so that means that we can actually drill the hole out bigger instead of fiberglassing the whole bumper again, which is fucking fantastic. We also, after this is done as well with the seam seal around here, we're going to seam seal in here because, like I said, we put that thicker plate in just to allow for that bigger gap to give us the extra room. We are wanting to put it on air ride at some point, so you might think that's a bit fucking excessive for how much you've cut out. That is the reason why we want to eventually go to that, and that should give us plenty of space to actually be able to do it. This is what we're using, if anybody wants to know whether it's right or not a fucking clue. No, it is. It's brushable, isn't it?
It's called Grey Stripe Love Juice.
Looks like that. It smells foul, doesn't it?
Eat it.
No, don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Where's Louis?
Yeah, Louis would eat it and all, wouldn't he? So all we're going to do with this is give it a good brush on. It just needs to be really thick as well. Again, a reason that we've got the masking tape on is so it gives us like a nice clean line after we take it off. We take it off when it's... Do we take it off when it's wet or do we take it off when it's semi-dry? I can't even remember. Semi-dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to paint it. It's really thick. It's like melted chocolate. Yeah, it's like melted chocolate.
Where?
Here. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
That's now all done. The masking tape's taken off. All under there sorted. Jack's just going through these riv nuts. Hey, I remember the name. With a thread chaser, just to make sure that they are all right. We don't have any issues. You managed to do the 2 on the front bumper, haven't you?
3.
Damn, son!
And the side's good.
And the... God damn it.
This side's done.
This guy's fast.
Just this.
So this is what he's done basically. You can see here some new riv nuts in there. This is what we
Dealing with.
See the bolts actually snapped. So that's what he's doing now. He's just sorting those bits out.
One out.
So the goal I think he's got here is trying to get the bolt out himself, but if the riv nut comes out with the bolt, then win-win. I know when we've done these front wings here, I'm sure we used the steel ones in them, didn't we, anyway?
Yeah, it's just the bumpers.
And the rare ones we've replaced, so they'll all pretty much be these steel ones now, which again, you learn from your mistakes. That noise was a lot of gravel in that front bumper and it's not gone anywhere.
Yeah, but if you look at these, you see on that one, it's not even compressed or anything.
So that's why it's fucking up basically.
It's
So
just spinning.
Yeah, you should have like a little bump on there, just on this section, and that's what holds it between the fiberglass.
This
and
one's got a
that's the
little
other one. Wait, that's the other one. So it should have a little bump like that, but it should be bigger. So this is another reason why these are failing really bad. So it's best that we do this now rather than when it's painted again, getting it all out of the way.
Let's make them orifices bigger.
So the new riv nuts we're putting in are actually, they're bigger, but they're the same size for the bolts that we need to use. You can see how tight that is there to actually get it in.
Yeah, it needs drilling out more anyway.
So this is a better option and a better solution. One, we're upgrading the riv nuts. Two, we're not having to re-fiberglass a bumper, which I feel like we've done about 80 times.
Excuse me. I think that slipped out of the last thread.
So the riv nuts are stronger than the actual tool itself. So
I'm going to test that.
yeah. Is that snap?
No.
It hasn't.
No.
What?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what's just happened.
What?
It's like the threads on that's got too soft and it's just slipped out. Because that is still perfectly fine.
Well, at least it put it in. Anyway, the riv nuts are actually stronger than the riv nut gun, so that's a good sign.
I ain't going anywhere, is it?
That's now undersealed in there. You can't even actually see it on camera because it's that dark in there. That's crazy. So that's all undersealed now. and seam sealed. So this bit will get painted when Kuba paints the car. So that's not a problem. It's paintable stuff as well. The thing now we've got to do is... What we got to do? Jack, why are you in the car?
I'm making your new gear knob fit.
Oh. Oh yeah.
You've probably not even shown anybody.
I probably haven't, you know.
Well, it fits. It works.
Does it work? We've got a carbon gear stick. Look. Yeah. So next step, I think we've got to now... the tool isn't broken, by the way. We can still use it, I think. So that was crisis averted. Now we've got to get the side skirt back on this side whilst that's drying, because that now is done. It's left to dry. I know. Do you know what? We're actually on a roll today. We was yesterday as well with this, weren't we?
You took battery off?
Yeah.
Oh, I just like
Yeah. I know. Please don't break the button though.
Feels nice.
I'm never going to open it in my entire life, except when we do a boot build. We're going to do a boot build video, aren't we? We actually are going to do a boot build video. That's going to come as well. We could actually do that at any point, you know.
I've already figured out where things are going.
Have you?
Yeah.
Right, we'll discuss this later.
Okay.
That needs to go on. They need to go on. We've found some bolts that should be good enough to hold the arches and that on. I think we're about 8 short. So I might just put some of the newish ones in, because these are aluminium, but they're better than the older ones, aren't they? They're not going to rust as much. Well, they don't rust anyway, but...
Because they're coming in and out all the time, they're soft, so they round off easy.
So I might put just a couple of them in on one arch and just warn Kuba about that, rather than me buying some more, because the actual bolts for these, for the full set, it's about 100 and something quid, isn't it? By the time we finish. We need about 50, and they're about £2.50 a bolt. So that's about 100 and something quid, yeah. While we're putting this kit back on, I thought I'd just show you this. Now, how long did it take me to find out what the fuck this is called?
Quite a while.
Yeah, a very long time. So we have ordered some extra, like, different pieces of this trim, and obviously it goes between the arch and the body, just to give it like a better sit and a better sit. I mean, you can see how much better that looks. My God. And we've ordered obviously different types. So we've got this type here, which is, it's got like a little bit of a sticky tape on it, like a 3M tape. But I think it's actually called 5M tape now. That's how much time's gone since we've been doing this car joke. This one here that we've got, it's not the sticky stuff, but I've ordered that size with the sticky stuff. So we're just testing this now to see how it fits, because this bit here is the exact same size as the new one. And what it does is it just acts as like a bit of a barrier to protect the paint. And it obviously, any imperfections, it hides them, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And in all honesty, when we've watched videos of people doing it,
they've all put them in.
They've all put them in, yeah, to protect the paint. But also, we see the guy who was doing the Porsches, didn't we? And he put masking tape on, and he just siliconed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He literally siliconed it, ripped the masking tape off, and let it dry, so it was stuck to the arch and the body. But it didn't. It didn't actually stick to the body, did it? Because the masking tape prevented it from sticking. So he let it dry, and then he took the masking tape off the car. So when you pull the arch off, the seal came off with the arch. That makes sense? Yeah. So everybody does it, not just us. And we thought, right, I'll find this stuff. 3 years later. Finds it, but it actually sits really well. This one, like we said, we just test fitting it, making sure it sits nice. But no, I'm quite happy with that. I'm just not sure how we're going to get it round the angles, but we'll figure that out at some point, I'm guessing. But I thought I'd just show you that while the kit's going back on.
A little bit.
The rest of the kit is on this side and at the front. However, we noticed a bit of like an airline crack in the dolphin glaze that we put on this. So Jack's just tidying that back up. He's already filled it all again and fiberglassed it and all that good stuff. So he's just sanding it all down so it's smooth. But then that can go back on there. Wheels also back on. The next step, I believe, is going to be that bonnet, I'm afraid. And that's going to be bum twitching times. I'm not looking forward to that, Jack. The bonnet.
I am.
I'm really not.
Can't wait.
Made me feel sick earlier when I thought about it.
I keep trying to talk you into it, but you're not doing it.
We'll do it. Next video. No. Next video. That's what we're going to do. Next video.
Should we start next video now?
Yeah, okay. For God's sake.